Well, hello, my lovely pupils, and thanks for watching Car from Canada on this beautiful Music Monday. So, I thought I would just do some very basic instruction information for playing the trumpet. So, while I have my French horn on my lap and I'm about to practice for my recital. So, I'm just going to show you some notation. So, first of all, here's our basic information for where everything is. So you can see the mouthpiece and the valve slides. You can see the spit valves, the bell. So just take a few minutes to, or a minute or two, to orient yourself with what is what. I'll hold that there for you just so that you can see, and I mean you can pause the video anytime you want, and this is shows you what all the parts of the trumpet are. And then just for, this picture is for sitting, and it is good. You want to sit a little bit forward on your chair with your feet flat on the ground. You want to sit straight up and project the sound straight out from your horn. One of my very good teachers always said for the trumpet, you want to sit as if you're going to blast a hole through the back wall. When you're, you want to be sit up very straight, not slumped over, because you won't get the best sound when you do that. And then I'm just going to skip over to here and show you basic things. So in music, this is very important. You'll notice that, okay, first thing is, what are these lines? So the lines like right here, this is called a staff, and we need the staff because it shows us what notes to play. So how I learned it was lines and spaces. So we're gonna do lines first. So it's every good boy deserves fudge. That's how I learned it. So it's just easy. First line, and then second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line. That's how I learned it. And then the bottom would be the spaces, because you can see how the notes are on the spaces. And I mean, if you drew another line here, it would be in between a space. So I learned face. So if you see the four in the middle, so we start on the D, but if you look at the four in the middle, it spells face. So if you wanted to play together, it would be D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, so for a C major scale, actually, I don't want to confuse you at this point in time. So there are your lines and spaces. Okay, now I'm going to tell you that this is a treble clef. And why is it a treble clef? Because it's a G clef. It wraps around the second line, which is the G. So if you never know where you are, you can always look at the treble clef and go, what line is that wrapping around? Follow it. Oh, that's a G, because it's wrapping around that second line right there. So that's kind of a cool thing. And then I just wanted to show you, okay, so what is this all about? The 4/4, what's going on there? Well, that's called the time signature. So that is telling you that the number of beats in each measure and the type of note that receives the beat. So in this one, it's telling me that there are going to be 4 possible beats in this measure. This is also called common time, 4/4. So 4 possible beats in this measure, and how much each is worth. So quarter notes are worth 1. So this would be, because I can only have 4, and so here's 4. So that means they're worth 1 each. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's with this one? Well, this one is a whole note. So that means the entire space is filled up with this 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you're going to do. It's a whole note. So I don't see any half notes here, but I'm going to show you that if you have this little thingy, it's a sharp. So that changes your pitch, goes up a little. And if you have a flat, that changes your pitch by going down a little. And then this is a natural sign, which means if the note before that note was flat or sharp, then we're going back to the natural note that it should be. So that is just a little bit of instruction for how to play. We're talking about the trumpet. And then if you want some beginner notes, I will give you just these beginner notes so you can start practicing. We've got C. So C, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 3, 4. And let me just tell you, oh, well, okay, you can practice D and E, but let me tell you about the rests for a second here. So I learned that these are, think of them as little hats. If the man comes in the room and takes off his hat and puts it down, he's staying for longer. So this is a down hat. This is a hat that's been off, so it's worth all of the 4, which means you're resting for the entire bar. But if this hat was the other way, let me see if I have one the other way. Let me find one for you. Here we go. So here is a hat. Also, we have 4 in this bar, but this hat is on his head still, so he's not staying as long. He's only staying for 2 beats out of the bar. That means this one's a half note. It's worth 2. 1, 2, rest, rest. Okay, so that is the difference between a half rest and a whole rest. Rest, 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 rest. So there's just a little bit of music notation to get you started with the trumpet. And so what I'm going to be doing is playing little easy songs for you. And I will play them, and I will try and show you the playing and the counting at the same time, but it might get a bit hard. So what I will do is play the song for you, and you can listen to it, and then you can look at the notation for it, and then you can try and play along with me. So I'm going to start doing that. So thanks again for watching Car from Canada. Happy Music Monday. I hope that you're enjoying. We're going to do a little bit of beginner trumpet because I'm more well versed in that than I am on the French horn, although I've got one. And my husband, this one actually I bought at a fandom show, but it was How I Met Your Mother. It had the little yellow umbrella, but I took that off because I wanted the French horn. So anyways, yeah, and my husband just 3D printed me one, a white one. It's beautiful. I'll have to show you that one. So yeah, we're going to do a little bit of trumpet. I'm going to play some easy songs for you, show you the music so that you can follow along. So thanks for watching Car from Canada. Happy Music Monday, and don't forget to let your light shine.